Welcome back to another episode of Movie Minds.
Movie Minds.
Welcome back, guys. I'm really happy that you are here with us this fine afternoon, evening, morning, in the bathroom, in your car, wherever you listen to us or watch us and watch us. In the bathroom, most of the time. That's where I watch my episodes of Movie Minds.
There's some therapeutic stuff that goes on.
Therapeutic.
Things
just run smoother.
Yeah.
When you have our voices there helping you.
I've been heard. I've been told. I've been told, I have this soothing voice. But no, that's not true.
All right, guys. We're going to get right into it with Out of the Box.
Out of the box, you guys. Out of the box, first at number 5, we have the Call to the Wild with another 8 million. This movie is actually losing money, like I said last week. Then we have The Way Back, which just came out this weekend with Ben Affleck and the basketball team that he coaches. That we also check out that review. It's coming up pretty soon, and it with 8 million as well, which is pretty underperforming. And Sonic the Hedgehog with another 8 million again. So really, really good. Actually, it's doing pretty good.
Yeah, surprisingly, that thing is not slowing down.
It isn't. Have you watched
it yet? No, I have not.
I haven't either.
I watched a bunch of movies this last weekend, but not that one.
Yeah, and then we have The Invisible Man with 17 million. Wow, that's another 17 million. And this movie, again, guys, it only costs 9 million.
Only a 40% drop off. So that's really good, really good. So, yeah.
And at number 1, another review that we're going to be posting soon is
Onward,
sir. With 40 million, it made 40 million, and I could see why it made 40 million. However, it is not as good as other Pixar films. And yeah, maybe it could be underperforming. I don't know how much more it's going to be making throughout the weekend. Some people say that it might be also because of
the virus that shall not be named.
The coronavirus. Yeah, well, and so they're saying that that's probably what might have affected it as well. But yeah, man, that's your box office. It made 40 million. It's good for sure. It's pretty good. I mean, hey, they're making some money, right? But it underperformed as far as like comparing it to the other. I also think it had an issue with marketing, dude. Yeah,
I believe so. It's actually the lowest opening weekend of any Pixar film. The one before this one was The Good Dinosaur, I believe it's called. It's sad to see it because it's actually pretty good. That's all I'm gonna say.
Review it.
We're gonna review it, but check out the review coming out pretty soon.
But yeah, this movie, when it came out on the trailers, it looked like it had it gave me a feeling of a DreamWorks kind of movie.
What? Yeah, man, I agree with you on that one. It did feel like it wasn't Pixar. The quality of the film looked Pixar-ish. But I don't know. I agree. The fantasy type deal is a little bit more on the DreamWorks side.
Yeah, and so to be honest, I think that's what a lot of why it might have not worked either, because of the marketing, and it also because it took an identity that usually its competitor, when DreamWorks usually take, because they've been more in the realm of fairy tale telling and the Shrek stories and all these other things. But I think that's why it probably underperformed. Yeah,
that's a good point.
But yeah, we'll check out that video, guys. It'll be coming up pretty soon in our show.
All right, so on to the next. So on the last episode we did a segment called Off the Dome. We're going to be going down the list of a few things that went on this last week. We thought, it's kind of a good honorable mentions. They deserve it, especially this first story. And unfortunately, we have news from a few sources stating that Max Von Sydow passed away at the age of 90 years of age. It was unfortunate to see that the star for many of us from our age, or you guys millennials, if you see yourself as one, Game of Thrones and actually Star Wars, he opened up the franchise's new trilogy as Lord Santeca. And unfortunately, he passes away on March 8th on this last Sunday.
Yeah, I mean this guy that's been around cinema for most of my life. I've seen him in so many films. If I can say one that I loved him in, and I never thought that it was the first time that he did a bad guy, actually, but he plays during the movie he plays a good guy, but at the end you find out, spoiler alert, in Minority Report with Tom Cruise, he's very good in that movie. I love that guy in that movie. He's come out in so many, obviously in The Exorcist, that he was the main priest in The Exorcist, and oh my God, did he not do a good job? Absolutely did. This guy will be missed. 91 years old. Wow, I could just hope to live to that age, but obviously it's very, very sad, and I'm sure the movie industry right now is mourning his death.
Yeah, it's a big loss. He was in over 100 films in his whole career. And I don't know if you guys have seen his movies. We just mentioned some. They are top notch, and he did not phone in anything from what I've seen in his repertoire of films, especially in Game of Thrones. I know some of you guys remember him, and it's sad. So we just kind of want to honor him in this small segment and have some time for that. All right, we'll move on to the next. We have Anthony Mackie teases Nick Fury return in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
So it looks like here that Anthony Mackie makes some statements that is making the MCU fandom crazed, because he's teasing Nick Fury. And now it's not a surprise, right, that Nick Fury is coming back. There's a reason why he's alive, and there's a reason why even in the comics, or even in the cartoons, if I might add, Nick Fury was one of those characters that showed up everywhere. Yeah. And so it's no surprise, and it shouldn't be a surprise that we should see him also in WandaVision, maybe. Who knows, on whatever they're going to be doing exactly with that. And then
that would make sense.
And then also in Loki, And so there's going to be a lot of Nick Fury appearances. Am I excited about this? I just thought it came with the package, to be quite honest. I think Anthony Mack, I'm still trying to adjust my thinking of him becoming the Captain America.
Captain America, the new one.
But you know what? The trailer was good. I have to hand it to them. It's MCU. It's obviously it's going to be good. But I'm still holding off right now my opinion about what I think about Anthony Mackie being Captain America.
Yeah, we'll see with Sam Jackson pops in and says the F word multiple times. Cannot wait to see that. And I can't wait. It just makes sense. It's the whole story, him coming off of S.H.I.E.L.D., all that good stuff makes perfect sense. So hopefully we'll see him. All right, so the next story we want to talk about is a good one, a goodie. Not much news, but there is official news about the Mandalorian Season 2 wrapping production. Yeah. So we have a few images from different cast members that they stated that they're done with filming, and a lot of people didn't know that the whole production was done, and it was filming only for maybe 3 months, so it was a really tight schedule. What do you think?
When I hear this, and they finish wrapping, guys. Okay, so what does that means? Why don't they put it out right away, right? Well, no, they still have to go through the whole editing, processing, and the whole the media strategy and how they're gonna attack that and put the bells and whistles on all those shows. But boy, am I excited! Yeah, especially with the news that they're gonna involve some of the Skywalker, some of the, it's going to be more.
I haven't heard that before. I haven't heard that.
Yeah, in the article it says a little bit about that. I feel like that Jon Favreau's only said that much, or they're going to be presenting certain things that are going to remind us of the Jedi and all that.
Okay.
And kind of like those things.
Gotcha.
I might have read it wrong, but that's what I read in the article that I read about. But overall excited, guys. I mean, Mandalorian 1, come on. Everyone was talking about it. I'm not sure exactly the numbers on it, but I'm sure that the ratings as far as viewability and what's that word I'm looking for? Rewatchability. Wow, dude. Do they not have wow, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I go to these shows sometimes, dude, just to, there's nothing to watch. I'm going to watch
Mandalorian, yeah.
It's that great, guys. I'm super excited. I hate that I have to wait so long to get season 2, but the anticipation creates even more excitement. So
I mean it's Disney's gem, right? It's the crown jewel, if you would like to say. The Mandalorian single-handedly almost pretty much saves the whole Star Wars future. If you would agree with me. If anything, a lot of people are really obsessing over merchandise from Mandalorian. And it's not just the child, Baby Yoda, but it's everything. It's him. It's Mandalorian. It's the subplots. It's the catchphrases of "this is the way" and "I have spoken." The show is perfect. It really is. There's like no episode that you're like, oh, this is horrible. There's no horrible episode. And I really think that them pushing production so quickly, the show just ended like 3 months ago, and they're about to launch again in 8 or 7 months from now. So it only makes sense because Disney Plus needs to stay up there, and right now relevancy of content is not at the all-time high with them. I think they need to really push the envelope a little bit more.
I agree.
I know that Falcon's coming out, and there's a WandaVision and stuff, but I don't know if it's gonna have the same impact. And we'll see. It's a great news for all the Star Wars fans out there. So yeah, it's great. So on the very last part of Off the Dome, we have Emily Blunt told IndieWire she remains hopeful that the stars will align for the project to work out, and she was referring to Edge of Tomorrow 2.
What do you think about that, dude?
So Edge of Tomorrow, I don't know if you guys see it right there. Yep. Edge of Tomorrow is one of
intentional, by the way.
Yes, we moved everything so that you guys could enjoy that poster right there. Edge of Tomorrow is one of my favorite sci-fi films of all time, really. It's so undervalued within cinema. The fan base for it is so low. If it was high and like really popular, we would have gotten a sequel already.
Right.
But stars like Emily Blunt and the director, I forgot his name, and also Tom Cruise himself believe in this project. It's unfortunate that the scheduling for both those stars are not working, and that's why she mentioned, hopefully, the stars align for it, because she definitely she actually continues on saying, she says, I absolutely adored it. I broke my body in half, but I'd be willing to do it again to work with those boys and who I love. So let's see. She's passionate about it, and I truly believe it. I mean, it's seriously in about a few years from now, a lot of people are going to look back at that movie, which I already think a lot of people do, and really would consider it one of the top 10, 15 best of this century. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing film for historians. But yeah, it's unfortunate to miss out on that, and hopefully it does align.
Yeah, I read the article. By the way, I agree with you absolutely. Mm-hmm. It's a matter of really their schedules, because they have all these movies coming out. I know Emily Blunt is involved in the Safari movie with The Rock, and then all the other projects that they have going on that they already. They get these actors 3 years before they actually sometimes even make the movie, and so their schedule is like that far out, and so sometimes it's crazy to want to do a project like this, especially because this movie didn't make a lot of money when it first came out, and so it really got a cult following, and it did really well after in streams and things like that. And because the movie is really good, guys, it's one of those movies that you can actually go back. It's so super rewatchable, and Tom Cruise is probably the best at what he does when it comes to action movies of anybody that's out there right now doing it.
He's the action star.
I mean, if you could probably compare him to well, no, he could be compared to The Rock, maybe, because The Rock is to some degree
different type of action hero.
Exactly, but they're both action heroes, and so Tom Cruise in this movie is just great. The way that they're gonna do the number 2, from what I hear, is the title's gonna be Live, Die, Repeat.
Okay.
And so we'll see. That's what they said.
Horrible name.
In the article, that's what they said. But who knows? I'm sure there's a great story to tell after this whole thing.
Absolutely.
From my
There's
understanding,
a whole world out there.
I'm sure there was something about maybe even before or like going into the same battle, maybe.
Yeah, it would be great to see how they actually landed there. Like the whole story of how they started the invasion.
Would actually be really cool because they don't explain that in the
right.
Well, not exactly, but there's so much that you can do because of what these aliens can what ability these aliens can.
It would be cool to see if they do some, because it kind of alludes to that, but time travel in itself. It would be great to see that. Like them traveling back in time and doing something with that.
I mean, because that can happen as well.
It's possible.
But I'm super excited, dude. I can't wait for Edge of Tomorrow.
Absolutely. Too. All right, y'all. So that's Off the Dome. Let us know if you guys like these segments. I know it's a little bit rushed through every single segment. These are just topics that we thought that it would be great just to let you guys know it's happening and our quick thoughts. But we do have main topics that we want to talk about in our Hot Tops.
Hot Tops.
So Hot Tops, y'all. So I don't know if you guys have seen online, probably everywhere in social media. There has been reports that Chris Hemsworth actually has stated, Emma Thompson has stated that the Guardians of the Galaxy themselves will be introduced or be a part of Thor 4: Love and Thunder. And this news breaks out because of some reports from Vin Diesel. Actually, Vin Diesel was being interviewed for Blood. What's it called? Bloodshot. Bloodshot. Sorry. Mm-hmm. So Bloodshot's coming out this Thursday. We're going to be doing a review on that. So check it out in the channel in a few days. But he was talking to comicbook.com, and he stated Thor will also. The director talked to me about Thor will be incorporated for some of the Guardians of the Galaxy, which will be very interesting. Nobody knows. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything, he says. So it kind of slipped out. It's interesting to see.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Man, he'll probably get in trouble for that one if he wasn't supposed to say anything.
Yeah.
Well, what can I say, guys? It's exciting. No. It's exciting. I mean, this is what our original MCU world that died a little bit with the death of Tony Stark.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm with Endgame.
Yeah.
This is what we got. This is what we got left of the of the royalty of which is the MCU, right? Yeah. And so you hear this news and you automatically, if you're an MCU fan, you know that this makes sense. Because in Endgame, they leave together, and it just makes sense for them to be somewhat a part of Thor. Just like Thor may be a part of Guardians too. Mm-hmm. And so the news is incredible, guys. You should be excited. I can't wait for this for this to come. Do you remember the release date for this? Is this 21? This is probably 21.
It's November 5th, 2021.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit over a year.
A little ways to go.
Yeah.
But, a lot of this information coming as well, with Christian Bale being the bad guy in it.
Yes, and that too.
And so this is a great move, guys, because the MCU, this is what it does. They bring people like Anthony Hopkins, and they bring people like Idris Elba. They bring people like Catherine, what's her name? The sister. I forget. She's a really Kate Blanchett.
Yeah.
These top heavy Oscar-winning actors to come and do these films. Yeah. And it works, guys. Their formula, they know their formula so well that they're like pouring, and this is what we can do here. Because this is what works. This is what makes us go watch those movies.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm super excited for it. I can't wait for the story, man. But yeah.
I can't believe that Christian Bale is agreeing to something like this again. Like after, he wasn't a big, huge fan of the whole experience with Batman, even though, we all love him in that. It's interesting to see that Christian Bale agreed to that, but Tessa Thompson, she stated that he was going to be a part of it, and that and she doesn't really say what role it would be, but there's a lot of speculation out there that he is playing as the devil of the MCU. Mephisto is what his name is. Mephisto. And so it's said that this character tempts pretty much heroes into offering them a solution of whatever trial they're going through. But the after effects and the outcome of the trial, it does come to their favor, but there's repercussions to it, kind of like making a deal with the devil.
Got it. So this is kind of like a genie guy. Like,
he's kind of like that, yes. But he's
so. What is this like? Can they bring people back to life? But maybe this guy's gonna be like the Aladdin genie. He's like, hey, can't bring nobody back to life.
Maybe, but if he's the devil of the MCU, I would say that he would probably bring back somebody, but it would be distorted or zombified, or you know what I mean. It has to. So I would say that this character probably is gonna come, and and let's just assume that this is what's going to happen. He will probably start tempting a lot of these Guardians of the Galaxy. Probably Star-Lord, him being frustrated with Gamora about his relationship with her because she totally forgot everything. She doesn't know who he is, really. Right. And he gets, he's tempted to hey, I can make her fall in love with you again. You know what I mean? And what if she falls in love with him so much that she tries to kill the dude? Out of jealousy or something like that. That's true.
That's true.
And then tempting all these Guardians and then getting to Thor, and Thor, even dealing with that love thing as well. Losing
Natalie Portman being the Thor, the woman Thor.
Exactly. And then, playing with his emotions and the love strings that he still has for her and stuff, Right.
So Natalie Portman, guys, just to let you guys know, she is she is cast in it was one of the earliest casts when they did the actual announcement of Thor Love and Thunder. Yep. Natalie Portman was going to play Thor's, I guess, love interest again, because she was then back in the early Thor days, and then they broke up, and they really didn't get any closure. We didn't really get an explanation as to why they broke up. They
must have paid her a lot to come back.
Another Academy Award winning actress. Yeah. So there you go. I'm super excited for Natalie Portman to be the Thor lady, because I think that she can pull those kind of characters off. Yeah. I remember her. I don't know if you remember this movie. It's called Your Highness, with Danny McBride. Natalie Portman.
She must have been super young.
No. It's a pretty. If James Franco comes out in it, it's pretty one of those kind of movies. Interesting. But she comes out as the love interest, but she's kind of like a like a really confident woman.
Okay. Yeah.
And so she's really
boss lady.
So I can see, because I saw that movie, I can see her doing Thor.
Yeah, I mean, she's great. Another theory that I would just want to throw out there before we wrap this segment up is what if Thor still feels really bad about losing Asgard from Thor 3 for Ragnarok, and this Mephisto guy comes in and he tries to get him to sign a contract with him about returning Asgard back to life.
That's another good one, dude, because I don't like where they're staying at right now, man. It doesn't look
like the Bay, like some crazy Ireland.
It looks like some fisherman's
fisherman's drunk ward.
Man, I didn't like it.
Yeah, it's not cool. So I mean, there's a lot of possibilities on this, and it looks really good, man. I was really excited about Thor. As a matter of fact, I would say this is probably the most excited I've ever been about a Thor film. Because I don't really like 1 or 2, to be quite honest with you. Like, they're good, okay, whatever.
I like 1 a lot. 2, I didn't.
I was surprised by 3, like, supremely surprised. 3. Like, I love it. But 4, it looks amazing.
And I believe Thor 3 Ragnarok is probably, I think, don't correct me if I'm wrong, guys, in the comments, but I believe the Ragnarok is the best reviewed movie
highest
of
rated.
the MCU. And so
Cinema Score really and Tomato Meter. Yep,
it deserves
for sure.
It too.
So let us know what you guys think. What do you guys think Christian Bale's gonna do? We're not comic book experts here, so maybe you can tell us what he's gonna play. And of course, everyone's excited about Guardians of the Galaxy, so I'm not gonna ask you about that. But let us know how you feel about that. Anyway, so on to more MCU news.
Onward.
It just happens. We're not going to talk about Onward yet, but we are going to talk about the new trailer for Black Widow. It's the final trailer that just showed up today. Monday morning, I woke up and I was in the bathroom listening to Movie Minds.
Hey, real quick before you finish, I just killed a Black Widow the other day, dude.
Where?
Check me out. It was
right around here.
Yeah, around here.
Oh my gosh!
And that thing, when you step on it, it had like a big old butt. and a bunch of stuff came out of it. It was just crazy. I hadn't killed a Black Widow in a minute.
Dude, I'm scared of Black Widows, dude.
Yeah, man. It was
petrified.
in here, and my wife was really, really scared about that.
Dude.
But yeah, anyway, Black Widow, man.
All right. So in memory of the fallen Black Widow, we will talk about this in trailer talk.
Yeah.
Black Widow final trailer. What are your thoughts?
I'm not more excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not excited. I wasn't excited when the first trailer came out, or even when they said they were gonna make it. I actually was like, why? Was it a pretty good trailer? It wasn't bad, guys. I just feel like they're trying to make this girl more of so that people can actually say that she's an Avenger, and put her in pretty impossible situations. The guy that plays her dad in the movie, which is Robert, I don't remember his last name right now, but he's the guy from Stranger Things. He has like a Captain America star in the middle of his suit, and there's a new bad guy that looks a lot like the Winter Soldier to me. Doesn't look like him, but it has the feel of him, is what I should say.
Yeah.
That was all right, but still, again, this is a regular woman, but again, we have James Bond. Why can't we believe that, right? I just, this is not to say that the movie isn't going to be good, guys. I'm just not very excited for it yet. And one of the things that I did like about it is that I saw General Thunderbolt Ross in there, and I am assuming, as how the MCU usually does their thing, especially with a franchise with a character that they're really rolling the dice with.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to probably include a couple more cameos of other people. So I'm not too excited for it, to be quite honest with you. But hey, we have it. We're going to watch it. But I could take it or leave it, guys.
Dude, I really like this trailer, dude.
Yeah.
I really like this trailer. The saving grace. It was the best trailer for sure. This should have been their leading trailer. Unfortunately, I mean, I know it's the final trailer and you can't really reveal all your cards, but man, this villain looks amazing, bro. Like, it's like a fusion of Captain America and Winter Soldier with some Wakandan nip in there, and like just add some what's his name?
He didn't look bad. He just gave
Hawkeye.
He gave me the same feel of another Winter Soldier, is what.
And it's probably like a serum of like the Russian side of it. You know how we have the
True.
American serum for Captain America. We'll probably have that same thing with that. So I really enjoyed it, man. I believe this is
you're excited
a keeper. For the villain, I'm really excited for the villain, dude.
Okay.
I think it just looks way better than anything else that I've seen. I mean, you do see get some other.
They only have one more, dude. They only have one trailer.
Well, they have the trailer sneak preview thing that they had. It's like a short teaser, and then they had the Super Bowl one, which was like whatever. It was the same thing.
It was the same thing.
I think this one even the music is different.
This one was better. This one was a lot different.
I think they should have. I mean, is it a leaps and bounds? Like, well, if I would get Doctor Strange 2 and this one, I'm gonna throw this to the garbage.
But you felt the Avenger thing in there, dude. You felt even the music.
You did, and that's why I think it's so good.
And you see them falling from the sky. And you have to believe that this one girl is doing all that, and she's human.
Dude, she's Black Widow.
I'm just saying. I just felt
Have you seen it? Like, dude, she tames the Hulk. I mean, with her.
I'm just saying they could have gone a little
loveliness,
but well, you know what? I might even love the movie, but just from my perspective, I feel that they made it a lot very Avenger-y. When
I think that's the move. I think you have to, after Endgame being so freaking grand, you gotta reset and go down to a small like Iron Man 1-2 level, and I think that's what they did. That's a Winter Soldier-ish,
it might be that good, dude. It might, but I don't think that they went down that level. I think they kept the level of so much stuff.
Okay,
that's what I
with
feel.
The explosions and falling down midair.
And maybe it's a little piece of the movie. Maybe it's maybe I'm overreacting. But this is the feel that I got. So
yeah, I'm really excited to see that, man. Just the villain and the family interaction.
Rachel Weisz, she's an Academy Award winning actress as well. She's the mom and the whole thing.
Yeah.
The sister, I feels like the chemistry's there.
Yeah,
both of them.
I agree. I can't wait.
I
can't wait to see what they have to offer.
I'm not excited for it, dude. I think it's because since the beginning, I just didn't agree with
first impressions matter. Absolutely. And I agree. And I think that no one's going to argue with us about that. Like the first few trailers were not great.
Yeah.
So let us know what you guys think.
Let us know.
Was it good for you?
Are we hating?
Are we wrong?
Are we dumb?
Please don't answer that. All right, guys. So we're going to wrap this up. Please stay tuned for our Onward film review.
Yeah.
Non-spoiler review.
And the Way Back
and
review.
The Way Back with Ben Affleck, Batman
too.
himself.
And then we're also going to be doing some WAV video, which means some little tearjerker video that we have also next. So just, keep watching, guys.
Yes. Stay tuned, y'all. And subscribe, hit the bell notification. Please hit it right now.
Please.
I'm waiting for you. Please do it.
We need your subscription.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And you have a great day.
And stay
moving minded. Emmy.
Yeah.